Hey, what is going on, everybody? This is King Clark, and welcome back to another YouTube video. Today is a little bit of a different kind of video. As you can see, I am officially joining the trend of tier lists. Now, if you haven't seen any tier list videos, then I don't know where the heck you've been at, because they are blowing up the internet right now. There are even people doing videos making tier lists of other people's tier lists. That's how big this trend has gotten. Now, there have been other Rocket League YouTubers been doing this. I did see SunlessKhan made a video tier listing all of the different Rocket League maps and arenas that you do play on, and it was a really good video, so you guys can go check that out in the description down below. But guys, as far as I know, I have seen no one do the black market decals tier list yet, so I'm hoping to be the first. And I do have some other tier list ideas with other items and stuff in the game. So if you guys do like this video, be sure to leave a like rating down below. It really does help me out a ton. And be sure to hit that red button to subscribe so you don't miss any of those other tier list videos. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm just going to go with the top selected one over here. If you want to keep up with which one I'm selected on, all that, it's down here in the bottom right. So we're going to start off with the Biomass. There is going to be a quick video whenever I say I'm going to do a decal. That decal is going to pop up on the screen with a couple different variations of colors and stuff with it, just so you guys can get a taste of what the decal is like. So we got Biomass here. It's right here. And we're gonna, this is a tough one. It's not the most expensive decal, so a lot of newer players to the game can save up, try to get it to have a pretty good looking car. So we're gonna put this one, I'm thinking, at a C tier. It's getting there, but it definitely could be better. Alright, next up we got the wet paint decal. Now, this one I think is a no-brainer for me and a lot of people, but we're gonna put this one at an S tier. It's like a beautiful blend, and those little bit of like chunks of paint flowing back to the back help blend again those two colors together, which is one of the most attractive style of car in Rocket League at the moment right now. Trigon is the next one. Now, Trigon is a really underrated decal, I feel like. Now, it doesn't really have that like smooth blend to the back, but it does have a really cool like wave-like feel to it, I guess you could say. And I'm a pretty big fan of Trigon. I'm genuinely trying to save up for it and maybe buy it myself. It's not an S tier, but I think we're gonna put this one at a B tier. Alright, next we have Streamline here. Streamline is a really cool one, although it could be a lot better because the background color is all the same solid, and then it has these cool waves going over it. So there are ways you can put them to similar colors, maybe put the base color a little bit darker and then the stripes color so that when they pass by a little bit lighter, and it has that kind of blend, and vice versa, and it kind of looks pretty cool. But I don't think this one really has like potential to be an S tier or an A tier. And putting it up against Trigon, I would personally go with Trigon, so we're gonna put Streamline as a C tier. Next up, Stormwatch. So Stormwatch, it's good on different types of cars. On the Octane, it's pretty eh. I'll show you a picture right now. This is currently my Stormwatch car because I do have this decal, and it doesn't look that good compared to some of the other decals and different car styles that I have. But this it looks really good on the Dominus. If we pull up a quick video of that right now, you can see that it kind of like, since the Dominus is a flatter type car, you can really see the outer clouds much better. It really kind of makes the effect a lot cooler and better. So since it looks pretty good on the Dominus and not so great on the Octane, we're going to rate this one a D tier. Could be a lot better. It only really looks good on those flat typed cars. And a lot of them, like the Batmobile, you can't even change the decal, so we're going to put that as a D tier. Okay, I'm not going to take much time on Spectra. It kind of looks good, but it really could use some improving. So we're just going to kind of quickly throw this one down at the E tier and just move on, I guess. Alright, so next we have Slipstream, and Slipstream is actually a really cool decal. So it's kind of got a nice blend from the front to back, which is again like the #1 trending car right now. And it has like a cool kind of like flame effect, going from the bottom right to about the middle left, obviously, as you can see on your screen now. So you can either treat that on your orange side of the car, you can kind of make that look like flames going on your car and make it look like your car's on fire, which looks pretty dope. And if you're on the blue team, you can make it look like it's like seaweed moving through ocean water. So this is a really cool, like, you can personalize it for each team, and I think it's a really nice decal. So we're going to put Slipstream as an A tier. Alright, next up we have Parallax. Parallax is one of those decals, again, that can get a nice blend from the front to back if you can merge the two colors very nicely. However, it really isn't as good as merging as wet paint, so I think we're going to put this one as well as an A tier. It could be a lot better, but it just kind of, it could be improved. Alright, next we have Mainframe, which I think is the best decal in the game currently. So I'm going to go and move this up to S tier as I'm explaining why. It really creates that blend beautifully. And then people like me who use the Octane, you can see my design currently with it, going with the Cristiano wheels. It just looks really clean, really nice. So there's no denying. I mean, I think it's definitely the best decal with the blend from front to back in the entire game, and since it has that nice blend, we're going to put it in an S tier. Next up, we have Lavender. Lavender was my first black market decal, along with a lot of other people, I think, just because I think it is the cheapest decal, cheapest black market decal, although Tora, I think it is, might be kind of close to it. It can be kind of like a little too flashy, I feel like, so I'm gonna put this one as an F tier. Next up we got the Trigon decal. This one, it has different opinions on me. Sometimes I'm like, ooh, that would be kind of cool if you did it with this, but other times it just looks straight up ugly. So I think we're gonna kind of put this one towards the middle of the pack. We're gonna put this one at D tier. Alright, next up, we have Hexed. Now, Hexed was one of my very first decals in the game. I believe it was either my second or third. I was a big fan of it. It doesn't really blend from front to back, but it can merge the two colors like together throughout the whole entire car, which is kind of a cool effect. It kind of has potential, and then they kind of remodeled it with the Hexed over here. Personally, I think Hexed is a lot cooler, and Hexed could use a little bit of work, but we're going to put Hexed at the C tier, just because it's pretty cool. It's clean, it has a nice motion and look to it, but it's not worth much more than that. Alright, next up, we have its remodeled version, Hexed, which, again, I was thinking Hexed is a little bit better, and I'm going to stick with that, put Hexed at the B tier, just because, you know, it just looks, it can blend a lot more, and it looks more clean. I'm going to be that stereotypical Rocket League YouTuber, okay? It looks clean. Next up, we have Heatwave. Heatwave was, like, the OG, like, decal that you wanted to get. Now it's, like, Fire God, Dissolver, you know, wet paint, all that, those new insane decals. But Heatwave used to be like worth like 20 some keys. Like, it was like the decal to have if you played Rocket League. And it still looks absolutely insane. So we're gonna put this one as an A tier. Next up we have Fire God, and I know a lot of people are gonna hate me for where I placed this one, but I personally think Fire God is freaking ugly, dude. Not even joking right now. I cannot stand Fire God. It looks way too flashy. They say it looks like fire, and it looks like it's like glow-in-the-dark fake fire. Heatwave, which we just placed at A, looks so much more realistic with the fire and the flames going up it, as you can see on your screen now, than Fire God. Fire God just looks fake. It looks like a nuclear power plant just like exploded, and this is what came out of it, and it looks like crap to me. So I'm going to put this one at an F tier, and I know I'm going to get chopped on that.
You've been chopped.
Because so many people like Fire God, but I just cannot stand it. So, alright, next up we have Dissolver, another one of those blending cars. However, it's not really a smooth blend from front to back. It has kind of that like splashing water effect on the side of the car. So it could have potential to be really good. if it was kind of remodeled and stuff. But I think we're gonna put this one. This is tough. I'm choosing between A or B at this point. It's tough. It really is. I think we're gonna put it at the B tier, because these are kind of, or sorry, the A tier. Because if you look at these one, it's kind of similar to Parallax. So yeah, we're gonna put this over at an A tier. It's not quite an S though with the blend. Next up we have Charmeleon, which got a lot of fame as soon as it came out. Then it kind of died out, and it's not the coolest decal. It's kind of eh. We're gonna put it down at D tier with the ones like it, kind of like I don't even know what this is called, Intrudium. It's new to the game, I guess, newer at least. But it's not my favorite, so we're gonna put it at D. All right, down to the final two, we have Bubbly and 20XX. Both of these are definitely gonna be S, A, or B for sure. Bubbly, it's got that blend. We're gonna have to put it at S. Bubbly is a really nice decal. Again, it was one of those first OG decals, along with Heatwave, that if you had, you were like one of the coolest Rocket League players. Since I've been playing, since the Champions crates, you know, it means a lot to me, I guess you could say. But not just because of personal feeling towards Bubbly. I think it does also look good. As you can see some examples of those card designs coming up on your screen now. I think it looks pretty good. Leave your opinion down in the comment section down below with all of these, but I think this is just about how I wanted this to go so far. I don't think I've really messed up any at the moment. Alright, and last but certainly not least, we have 20XX. Now, 20XX was originally considered a really ugly decal in my books, in my heart. But as it kind of I don't know, it got better as I feel like time went on, because then you could start to blend two colors together, but then sometimes it would throw in that third color, so it kind of can be ugly if you do not choose the right colors. But it can be really good depending on what style and color of car you're going for. So we're gonna put 20XX, we're gonna put it at B tier. I mean, it depends. It's give or take. It can be really cool, but it can also be pretty ugly. Alrighty, so there is our completed tier list. At the S tier, the best decals in my books: Wet Paint, Mainframe, and Bubbly. And I think if I had to put one even above S tier, it would be not 20XX. It would be definitely Mainframe. It definitely deserves to be a lot higher in my books because it's insane. It blends beautifully with just about any two colors. So as long as they're not like total opposites. But I think that is going to do it for this video, guys. If you guys have any different opinions than what I do, please leave them down in the comment section down below, or contact me on Twitter, or I guess my Instagram, my esports team Instagram. If you want to join the esports team, DM me on Discord, King Clark, hashtag 4945. Hope you guys enjoyed, and until next time, peace.